problem with Winnie the Pooh climbing trees to get honey is that young viewers at home might try to copy it. This pigeon got caught in a piece of string attached to a power line, so they had to send a mechanical pigeon to sort it out, or drone as they're otherwise known. After rescue workers heard the sound of crying, they found a baby sloth who'd fallen out of a tree. After 2 hours, mother and baby were finally reunited. These animal aid workers found this poor mother wailing for her wounded puppy. They took her away, gave her love and attention, and the reunion was the sweetest thing you'll ever see. This poor dog got himself stuck in a hole, but the guys from Animal Aid Unlimited were there to help. After being caught on a fisherman's hook, this giant stingray became the subject of one of the most unique rescue missions on our list. Little birds like this one sometimes get blown offshore, so the crew of this boat brought him on board, gave him food and warmth, and dropped him back home again.
See you later, buddy.
The last thing you need during a hurricane is air conditioning, but this cat found itself stuck on an AC unit until this man came to its rescue. When a horse gets stuck in a swamp, they're in serious danger of dying of starvation. Thank God people like this are there to help them. How did this dog get stuck on the ledge? We don't know, but unlike a pirate, he was more than happy to walk the plank. This little fawn was doing its best to hide, but decided to choose the worst place ever to do it, the middle of the road. These kind people from Wildlife Control removed these baby foxes from underneath a porch, and their mother was a bit confused to see where they'd ended up. This hungry shark took some bait that wasn't meant for it, and ended up panicking, choking, and nearly drowning until his savior turned up. When a wild horse got its leg stuck in a fence, this group of compassionate humans were fortunately able to help it. When animal rescue workers put their own safety second and a stray dog's life first. When a fox asked these fishermen if they had anything to spare, they were only too happy to help. We've all felt like this turtle after a few drinks. Luckily, these concerned passersby were there to turn him the right way up.
Yes! Woo, see you, buddy!
This man jumped into a canal to save this fox cub from drowning. And how cute is he? The fox, by the way, not the man. Here's a baby eagle being fed with a mother eagle hand puppet to prepare it for the wild, or a career in children's TV, whichever one it chooses. This turtle got trapped on its way to the sea until this kind man decided to help it out. This praying mantis must have said an extra prayer of thanks after receiving this much-needed drink. Everyone gets thirsty in the desert, even camels. Luckily for this baby elephant, a helpful girl was there to help remove its feet from the mud. If you're going to release a calf from a tree with an axe, then you'd better be pretty precise with that axe. Fortunately, this guy was. This great white shark beached itself while trying to catch seagulls, and the local people stepped up to help. When this fox wedged itself in a tree, Wildlife Aid were there to help, although she clearly wasn't that happy about it. People were scared of removing this snake from the middle of a busy road, until this guy recognized that it was a harmless black rat snake. We know that cats have 9 lives, but if you keep getting your head stuck in metal pots, then you'll go through them pretty quickly. It's not often you see a kangaroo on a kayak, but after this particular kangaroo fell into a canal, he was more than happy to see it. This wounded and frozen puppy was discovered tied to a pole by the side of a road and was reassured by the words of his rescuer.
You is happier now, huh? Yeah. See? We told you the Jeep would be warm.
Another fox asks another group of fishermen for a spare fish or two, and they gladly comply.
Она с руки взяла, ты видел?
If you're gonna find trapped cattle, then a cattle grid is a pretty likely place. Luckily, this little guy was rescued pretty soon. This poor monkey got its head stuck in the bars. His mom took quite a while to realize he was being rescued. Watch how everyone comes together to save this frightened feline after it somehow managed to get its head stuck in this gate. Look how happy this duck was to see her babies rescued from a storm drain. Quacks of joy all around. When a bird asks for help getting down from a tree, then you know something's wrong. It's a good job this guy spotted this kitten hiding in the back of his garbage truck. Otherwise, it could have been recycled.
There's another one. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's another one.
After being mutilated during an attack, this toucan was given a new life by a prosthetic beak. Look how grateful this thirsty koala is when a friendly human offers him some water during a heat wave. This dramatic footage shows dogs being rescued from a house fire.
Come here. Come here.
It's especially heartwarming when many people work together to save one dog, and this little guy would have drowned without them. This frozen dog was trapped in the Detroit River until the local fire service saved his life.
563.
After this baby deer was released from this gate, it wasted no time in returning to its worried mom. This tangled up deer was very concerned about being trapped, but didn't seem too keen on being rescued either.
Look at that.
Workers released this unfortunate dog from the metal bowl stuck on her head. She was much happier and lighter when she returned to her puppies. When a jackdaw stole this kestrel chick, its human guardian angel not only rescued it, but installed some security. It's never great when you get a tire stuck around your neck, especially when you've got as much neck as this. Even snakes need to quench their thirst, and with a tongue that long, this guy didn't even need to fill it up to the brim. This trapped fawn was released by Wildlife Aid and was so overjoyed to be reunited with her mom that they both leapt for joy. The fiercest animals sometimes need help from humans too, like this poor mountain lion.
Gonna name him Frederick. Be free.
We'll be awarding 5 stars to this Uber driver after he pulled over to stop these ducklings from crossing the road. One of the hazards of being a pigeon is getting your beak stuck in things, like this poor little guy. The wool on this sheep was so overgrown that they sheared 23 pounds worth of it. If you ever doubt how much a human can love a dog, then watch this man rush into a burning house to save his best friend. Cats have a habit of getting their heads stuck in things, but luckily, humans are often there to help. After being rescued from a fence, this koala almost seems to be offering this lady a thank you hug. Inside 2 bags and underneath a pile of mud, this man found an unlikely feline surprise. This is the kind of thing that happens when Yogi Bear has a few drinks and forgets where he lives. These piglets were rescued from a burning house by the fire service, making it the one time you really wouldn't want to smell bacon cooking. These gentle saviors came to the rescue of these kittens when they found themselves trapped under a grate. When this stray cat came to the door asking for help for her kittens, this kind person just couldn't turn her away. Hedgehogs are used to dealing with spikes, but that doesn't mean they want to be stuck inside a wire fence. Even spiders lose their mobility when they get old, so this kind human decided to make his spider's favorite spot more handicap accessible. This baby deer was found stuck in a hole after crying out in pain, but thanks to compassionate humans, he was soon trotting off to find his mom. An amazing moment as a dolphin allows a human to remove a fishing hook and line from its fin. These three guys know where to go when they need some quality food and drink. This furry little lady doesn't know whether to be shocked or overjoyed by the rescue of her baby. No duckling left behind. If you don't think dogs have feelings, then look at the gratitude in this one's eyes as this boat pulls up to rescue him. When this dog was saved from freezing by this RSPCA inspector, he couldn't wait to get away from the ice and into a warm towel.
Good boy. You silly Billy, you don't go for a woman.
This dog's puppies were buried under the rubble of a collapsed house, and she was so desperate to see them again that she helped the rescuers dig. This poor dog was far too scared to be grateful, but he was okay in the end. Not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they wear construction clothes and help thirsty squirrels. This lady shows a practiced hand as she helps the swan back into the water. After helping this beach turtle, its rescuers were overjoyed to see it finally join its family. This man put himself at risk to save this poor dog trapped in the middle of a busy road. Look how excited this little guy is to finally be back in the sea. These selfless police officers stripped off their clothes and jumped into a freezing reservoir to save this poor dog. When the snow gets this deep, you have no idea which frightened animals might be trapped underneath. This poor bird was trapped by its beak, but was rescued by the effort and kindness of its fellow creatures. After this hawk was hit by a car, the local fire service took him to the veterinary hospital the quickest way they knew how. Snakes might not be the cutest animals in this video, but they're still just as helpless when they get caught in a fishing net. It took several dedicated and very cold people 8 hours to rescue these orcas trapped in the ice. Being a fireman isn't all about putting out fires. Sometimes you have to save incredibly cute French bulldogs. If it wasn't for this everyday hero, this poor deer would have eventually drowned. Birds seem to make a habit of getting their beaks stuck in things, but if a woodpecker gets its beak stuck in wood, then it might want to consider a career change. This horse wasn't capable of saying thank you, but its gratitude is obvious. When two humans join forces to save one dog, it's a beautiful sight to behold. Why did the cow cross the road? Because this kind old man helped him, that's why. Sometimes sea turtles need a helping hand, and sometimes they need two. This dog fell from a 100-foot cliff, but after being rescued, made a miraculous full recovery. When a boa constrictor tried to squeeze this stray cat to death, these compassionate villagers wasted no time in fighting it off. Even when you have the scary title of bird of prey, you still sometimes need a bit of compassion. Have you ever seen a butterfly being rescued by a measuring type? No? Us either. During a hurricane, it's often animals that suffer the most, and that's why we need people like this in the world. This calf found itself trapped in a hole, and just look at the heartwarming moment when it was reunited with his mother. When someone tells you to take a seat, and you take it a bit too literally. If you've enjoyed these compassionate clips and would like to show us some kindness, then don't forget to subscribe.